What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I'm here to do my final, week 10 scouting report. This one is for two teams, the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints. So let's jump right into it. The Tennessee Titans are fucking killing it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to win this week too. They play the Texans, so they're probably going to get to 9-2 on the season. But after defeating the New Orleans Saints this past week by a margin of 23-21, Saints are now 5-4, Titans now 8-2, and let's dive into this. So let's see. New Orleans had 373 total yards. Tennessee only had 264. So they didn't have to do a lot when it came to, driving the ball down the field, obviously. Let's see. New Orleans had 287 passing yards. Tennessee had 198. New Orleans had 86 on the ground, 66 for Tennessee, which is actually really low for Tennessee. Obviously, though, Derrick Henry's not there, and they've got Adrian Peterson. Let's see. New Orleans was 6.1 yards per play. Tennessee 4.6. New Orleans lost a fumble. Neither team threw an interception. New Orleans let up 4 sacks. Tennessee let up 2. New Orleans was 41% on third down. Tennessee was 25%. New Orleans had the ball for 28-33. Tennessee had it for 31-27. New Orleans had 9 penalties. Tennessee had 8. Okay, now let's go up here, take a look at the Titans. So Ryan Tannehill was 19 for 27, 213 yards and a touchdown. Rushing, Deontay Foreman led the way, 11 rushes for 30 yards and a 2.7. Adrian Peterson, 8 rushes, 21 yards and a 2.6. Jeremy McNichols and Deontay Foreman are not terrible either. They're obviously no Derrick Henry, but, they're not bad. Marcus Johnson, they're actually pretty good rotational guys when they do have Derrick Henry. But anyway, Marcus Johnson, 5 of 6 for 100 yards. Deontay Foreman, 2 of 2, 48. Joff Swaim, 4 of 5 for 26. A.J. Brown, 1 of 4 for 16. Nick Westbrook-Akine, 1 for 10. And let's see, Michael Pruitt, 1 of 1 for 2 yards and a touchdown. The Tennessee Titans, look, I don't expect them to have Derrick Henry for when we play them in Week 17. I would venture to guess that they're probably going to try and keep him out for the remainder of the regular season and get him back for the playoffs. But even still, I just got to say it's not really a game that I expect us to win. Who knows, maybe they'll be resting starters at that point because they'll have locked things up in the division, whatever. But they also will likely be trying to play for the number 1 seed. So we'll see how it plays out. As of right now, not a game that I expect us to win. But again, that late in the season, maybe they'll be resting starters. Maybe, we'll have some opportunities. Anyway, moving on to the Saints. So Trevor Siemian was 19 of 34 for 298 yards and 2 touchdowns. Taysom Hill threw 2 passes for 11 yards. Mark Ingram led the way in rushing, 14 rushes, 47 yards, a touchdown and a 3-4. Taysom Hill 3 for 23 and a 7-7. Receiving, Deontay Harris, 3 of 4 for 84. Mark Ingram, 4 of 7, 61. Traquan Smith, 4 of 7 for 44 and a touchdown. Marquez Callaway, 2 of 4 for 37, a score. Juwan Johnson, 2 of 3 for 36. Adam Troutman, 5 of 6 for 32. Taysom Hill, 1 of 2 for 15. Obviously, Taysom Hill does a little bit of everything. Now, the Saints, I think, are a team that we probably have a better chance against than the Titans, but still not a game that I think is going to be easy. And as you guys know, that last stretch of games, the last 3 games against the Saints, the Titans, and the Patriots, I think are going to be tough. And, all reasons why I'm pretty sure that I feel confident that we're still not going to make it to the playoffs, and that our ceiling at this point is what would be my revised prediction right before week 1 of 9-8. Although it still looks like there is a significant probability that we get a little bit closer to my original prediction of 6-11. But we'll see how things go. Obviously, we play the Jets this week, so hopefully that'll be a win, get us number 4. But all right, let's take a look at these league standings to add some further context here. The Tennessee offense is pretty damn good. The New Orleans Saints offense, not so much, but let's delve a little bit deeper and take a look at the specifics. So Tennessee is currently 12th in the league. Now, let's see. Tennessee has played 10 games. New Orleans has played 9. So keep that in mind. Obviously we're now getting into week 11, so just keep that in mind. But this does factor in the Patriots Thursday night game, so that one is included. The Patriots-Falcons game. But let's see, Tennessee is currently 12th with 3,475 yards on the season. New Orleans is 28th with 2,890. Per game average, Titans are 17th with 347.5. The Saints are currently 25th with 321.1. In passing, the Titans are currently 19th with 2,369 total, but 23rd in per game average with 236.9 per game. The Saints are currently 31st with 1,932 on the season and 214.7 per game. When it comes to rushing, both of these teams are decent, although obviously the Titans, are one of the better teams. That had a lot to do, obviously, with Derrick Henry, and they might not be leaning on the run game quite so much in the back half of the season. Although it hasn't really mattered the past 2 games, they have found ways to win regardless. But Tennessee is currently still 5th overall in total rushing with 1,316 and 131.6 per game, which is good for 7th. The Saints are currently 17th with 1,070 on the season and 118.9 per game, which is 12th. When it comes to points, the Titans are 278 on the season, which is 6th, 222 for the Saints, which is 14th or 13th after ties. Per game average, the Titans are 5th with 27.8 and 24.7 for the Saints, which is 13th or 11th after ties. Third down percentage, the Titans are currently 11th in the league, converting at 40.6%, and the Saints are 21st, converting at 37.4%. Defensively, now both of these defenses are actually pretty good overall. Some of the yardage categories for Tennessee, not so hot, but when you look at the rest of the categories, obviously they're doing pretty damn good. And both of these defenses are tough, and that's one of the primary reasons why I find it hard to believe that we're going to be able to beat them, especially since our offense is, not very good. So anyway, defensively, the Titans are giving up 366.5 yards per game, which is 22nd. The Saints are 337.8, which is currently 10th. When it comes to passing, the Titans are giving up 287.1, which is 27th. The Saints are 26th with 280.4. When it comes to rushing, though, both of these teams are really good. The Titans are currently 7th, giving up 98.6 yards on the ground per game. The Saints are 1st currently in the league, even though they've only played, 9 games to this point. 2 less than the Falcons and Patriots, 1 less than pretty much everybody else. They're at 72.9, which is 1st. Points per game, the Titans are giving up 23.2, which is 15th. The Saints, 19.8, which is 7th. Takeaways, the Titans have 14, which is 9th or 7th after ties. 13 for the Saints, which is 13th or 8th after ties. Interceptions, the Titans have 9, which is 9th or 7th after ties. 11 for the Saints, which is 6th or 5th after ties. When it comes to fumbles, the Titans have 5, which is 10th or 5th after ties. Only 2 for the Saints, though, not very good at getting the fumbles. They're 30th or 8th after ties. When it comes to sacks, the Titans are currently at 6th or 3rd after ties with 27. The Saints have 20, with which is 17th or 5th after ties. Passes defensed, the Titans are currently 3rd in the league with 52, and the Saints have 46, which is 7th or 5th after ties. And third down defense, the Titans are at 39.1%, which is 13th, 36.4% for the Saints, which is 10th. And then, of course, as always, here is a look at the current Dolphins offensive and defensive league standings, so you can see for yourself where we stand And that's going to wrap up this video. With that, I'm going to get out of here. Before I do, make sure you check out the Rave On Sports app, the new fan-driven sports app for all of your sports, whether it be MLB, basketball, football, whatever. And they are looking to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-play coverages, live chats with other fans and content creators like myself. Look in the description box for the links to that. And with that, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section. Of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.